folks, and welcome back for another episode of Our Journeys. It is a special episode. Why is it a special episode? Well, I will tell you as soon as I catch my breath here. Okay, we are here with Inu, and he is in dire straits at the moment. Does have a handful of cards. I do see Dark Harvester that can give him +4 health and put a guard down. And Seamus NP Ogrimus with some... Oh, that's a nice Slaughterfish card. Premium there. Okay, so there comes down the heals, and he may be stabilizing. It is special because this is going to heavily feature Brave Cariad, and she's going to be calling some games of her own, as well as games by Card Shark Charlie and I believe A-Ross, if I remember correctly, and they are spectacular and fun, and so you get that. And this is also an early bird game because of conspiracy of factors. I am having to do this as soon as I roll out of bed. So I rolled out of bed, I looked at the card sponsor for the day, and we are jumping into some games. Thank you very much to Brave Cariad, because as I said, I am running short on time, just how things have turned out for today, and I definitely needed a little bit of assistance, and so fortunately about half of this video will be her commentary, and we get to see what she's got going on there. So Seamus able to wipe out all the guard and most of what Yukinu has. However, Yukinu, and it is a pleasure to see him here, and that's a great thing about playing at this time in the morning. Granted, the pickings are few. There's not a lot of folks on at this particular time, but we do get to see Yukinu. And Redoran Forerunner is great. Really no way to buff it, though, so it's not... but I do see, well, I see a Sparksmith, but of course that's in the wrong color, so this isn't an item deck. So I'm not sure. In Redoran, this would be hand buff, typically. But this is actually Redoran Dragons, which is really cool. He does have a reanimate. And he's got lethal. I mean, he's got lethal next turn. So Seamus is really in a bit of a pickle. Which is great for our heroes. May just concede here. I doubt it. But definitely not liking his options. Mighty Conjuring. Had to play naked Mighty Conjuring. That's not good. I mean, it could have given him the 5/5 guard. It would have been a 3/5 guard, but would have prevented... would it have prevented lethal? No, that's 15, 16, 17, 18. And another... Alright, now... Is this... I mean, that's still... Inu has to attack here. 15, 16, 17, 18. Yep, it's going in. Gonna save that last rune, and he gets it. Well done, Inu. Glad to see you again, my friend.
Okay, so I've hardly done any ladder at all this month, and I suppose what's the 12th of March now, so I figured I better get a move on about getting to 4. I've picked a deck that I am very fond of. It's Dwem Crab, and my favourite really is the Verminous Fabricant, because it's won me so many matches. For a 2-cost card, it's very powerful if you can just get it aligned properly. You've got to have grey on the board to silence and get past those pesky guards.
Close ranks, let nothing through.
Let's hope there's no javelin. So off to a good start. I mean, they're clearly... New Era Empire, I reckon. Oh, look. Using an edict on a crab, I kind of feel a bit sorry for them. Let's put another crab out, shall we? Or should I go for hot? Yeah, I think I'll go for crab. I was thinking. Do I go for crab? Yeah, I will. Yeah. I'm very indecisive today. And probably a bit rusty on ladder, but let's hope this goes well. I've only played about...
I'll do what I can.
3 games with Dwem Crab so far this season, but I've won every one, so fingers crossed. Not always the case. Let's just silence that first horse, because they're clearly on a ramp job, aren't they? I might Dwarven Sphere as well. I'll see how I feel. Let's see what comes up when I break the rune. Looks okay. Yeah, I think I will. This is looking promising. They're probably going to immolate and blast though, aren't they?
Succumb to me.
Oh, that's a bit of a pain, isn't it? But I think we go for it with the Halls of the Dwemer. I'll just hit face with the others first, just before I put the support removal up. Actually, no. Maybe I better not. Just thinking I might have a shadow defend. If I just... Do I bluff? I think I might have to bluff. Or do I go for an old salties? Because even if they clear out one lane, that still leaves another problem for them, doesn't it? Okay, I'm going to... the Zivilai Chandler, I'm going to shackle. I'm just going to bluff I don't have halls, and that way see if I get away with it. It's going to be set if they do an immolating blast. Woohoo! Well, at least they left some decent sort of hit power there. Okay. I think I put Orc Clan Captain down there to give them an incentive to get rid of...
We stand united.
Yeah, let's just go for it. See what happens before I put anything else down. And old salties. And let's hope they can't have a guard, so I'll have to give them the support. Again, I'm going to bluff I don't have halls, and that way if they do some removal, hopefully some of the Dwemer will stay alive. And by the way, I never play Titan. I think it's a cheat card, so... ooh, thank you.
This one thanks you.
And now we join Guitarist on bass, playing Halalu, as is his custom, I believe. I believe that's the color scheme, the attributes that I've seen, the house that I've seen most of the time, because I remember every time I see the Centurion, for some reason, Centurion in neutral, and then I remember the Halalu color. Doesn't matter, that's not the point. We're watching something exciting. He's up against Stos Bracando, the Archmage. And I'm interested, I don't know if Guitarist on Bass is just an early bird. I mean, this isn't terribly early. It's 7:30 in the morning here, Eastern Standard Time in the United States. So I'm not sure if Guitarist is more or less an early bird, or if he is in Europe. Because I know Brave is 5 hours. 5 hours ahead. So this is noon for many folks in the Europe area, the Europe zip code, if you will. And he's up against obviously a singleton, tribunal. Up against singleton tribunal. And Inu's been busy lately, which is great, Inu. I will tell you, because I have been busy as well. I know we're supposed to get together for another discussion, and this is interesting. So, well, I mean, obviously when you're running a singleton, you see all kinds of wacky cards that you don't normally see, but even still, the sorceress is a bit aggressive of a card. I mean, not in this situation, but actually, yes. So Stos Bracando has gone on the offensive, which is a concept that Tribunal players may find offensive.
Did you hear that?
But this is singleton, and it looks like Stos is choosing to go there, which is interesting. When you normally would see this matchup, and especially when you see what Guitarist is running. Guitarist, oh, well, no, wait. This is Guitarist's Unite deck. I'm guessing for sure. I have almost no doubt. Oh, the poop stone. Why? I mean, this early in the morning, now I gotta hold my nose. Oh, geez, what a way to have to wake up. Oh, it's like somebody farts. In-game mechanic-wise, it's like somebody farts in your face. It's like, oh, ooh, great balls of fire, bedeviling scamp. Guessing we saw a lot of those in the Hexagauntlet. Hexagauntlet just has a bad connotation for me. To me, it just means cheap market archer, or cheap market shenanigans. And what's the other one? There's one other one that everybody plays, or not everybody. To be fair, the last time I played Hexagauntlet, I think only 3 of the games were against market. Unfortunately, because I was not thinking, it didn't dawn on me, the deck that I chose was not geared towards that, so those are the 3 games that I lost. It was just enough. But yeah, hopefully we'll see the douche come down next turn. Guitarist definitely could use another guard on deck, and does not want that poop stone to start creating a lot of value for Stas Bracando.
A few drinks, a few laughs,
May
and
the
a
ancestors
contest.
bless us.
Gonna get
What could be better?
another trinket, more draw. I mean, that's not the worst. And he's just wanting to go face.
Death be damned!
No? Boy, called that all wrong, didn't I?
Yours.
Now he's going face. Yeah, so the douche, I think, has got to be... I mean, Vigilant Giant is a good argument, but while the board is shackled, I think it is behooves him to... I'm guessing he's going to want to hold on to that Tullius. Yeah. If he can survive that long. Interesting, though. So there's the douche. Goodbye, Poopstone. Ah, we can all breathe. A sigh of relief. And enjoy the breath. And of course, he comes down buffed because of the Haunted Manor. Maybe this isn't a Unite. I don't think you run Tullius. Actually, Tullius and Unite isn't a bad combo because it definitely puts a bunch of cards on the board. And Kana going right for the face. Never mind. Stas Bracando definitely playing it differently than I would have. Which is probably... Okay, Gates of Madness. I could have sworn this is the build that guitarists use for Unite. And to be fair, the only thing he's missing is Unite, I think. He's got... Well, those are both neutrals. I mean, he has purple. And he has... So he just needs blue. He has Brilliant Experiments, but of course that's not a... That's not a blue creature. Oh, it does have the Iron Sword. Duh. So he has all the cards. He needs his Unite, if this is indeed a Unite deck, which I think it is, and he's got the win. Ugh. I mean, there's another blue. Okay, so he does choose that one. So I think that's what he's doing. The problem is he's probably dead this turn. Although he did break a rune too, but I think he's just saying, look, I can't not do anything at this point. And that's game.
I will not be on the wrong side of history.
And yeah.
We'll see about this.
That's a rough go. I'm sorry to see a guitarist.
Okay, so we've got Card Shark Charlie doing
The Black Hand sees all.
looks like it's going to be an action-based Dagoth, but that's probably going to be the usual lethal ping. It's possible it could be dragons as well, but it's more likely to be the lethal pings, isn't it? That name does ring a bell, actually. I think it might be the old June Ripper thing. We're going to see a finish off. Or the lethal guard. That action kind of smacked of a finish off to me, but maybe not. Oh, it is going to be dragons. Interesting. Makes a nice change, doesn't it? Well, not a nice change for Card Shark.
Bargain first. This is interesting.
Not the greatest of choices that he's got there, really, is it? Come on, game. Give him a break and give him some decent draw. Goodness, that's a little bit... maybe their hand's not very great either. Yippee not. That's going to have to be a finish off job, I think. Oh, yeah, I think it's going to have to. Doesn't really want to... Kind of want to keep Lethal up for something bigger, don't you, really? Again, he can't really put the runner out until he's got some actions.
Are you listening to me?
Oh, he is going to. He's going to risk it.
Better be.
I suppose he could always battle Mesa next round.
It's not enough to watch your back these days.
Oh, goodness me. Oh dear. There's the finish off. Come on, Manic Jack, give him something good.
Behold, my magnificent monster.
Very good move there to avoid them maximising their draw, although they've got a decent hand at the moment, but no, we don't really want them to have an even better hand, do we? Oh no, why are people playing that poopstone today? I've seen it a lot on ladder. Oh dear, that's kind of worse in some respects. Good move there, he wants to shut down that health gain fast, doesn't he, really?
You will die where you stand.
That's a nice finish off target, isn't it? Or a leaf lurker target, I should say. Then you can kill the health gain as well. Oh, maybe not. Okay, I guessed wrong, completely wrong there, didn't I? Let's hope they don't have that big dragon that kills one health creatures. I mean, they're bound to have it, aren't they?
We must protect our stronghold.
His card shark's been lucky so far that he hasn't drawn that. Oh, I didn't realise this was singleton. Makes sense now. Wow. Very nice. Given they're a dragon deck, they're probably not going to be running a huge amount of support removal, if any.
My scales.
Probably just the Archer Guard. I suppose they might have the giant, but then that would take away from their more costly dragons. I think we might going to see an Alfiq. And then have another round after.
La da da dee da. That's not right.
Very nice. If Alfiq survives, because then he can Abner it.
You will die where you stand.
The forest is my cloak.
That's a real pity. It would have been pretty cool, wouldn't it? Oh wow, he's got Mr.
Come to me. Through fire and war.
So cool. Very nicely done. Got plenty of cards, so I can't really see them conceding, but you never know. That's quite difficult for them to handle, really, isn't it? They'd kind of have to get rid of Mr. Sharpish. More cool dragon shenanigans. Romanek. Let's hope they don't get Cargon teed. Oh well, that's not too bad, but apart from the fact that no, it's not too bad really. Could be worse. going to Abner Path and Axe just purely so he can have a chance at assault here.
They won't even see my blade coming.
Tense moment. Well, Max Gray's certainly got phenomenal card advantage, but Card Shark's got some pretty good cards in hand, so I was kind of expecting him to Abner, but maybe he's just going to not bait them too much.
Drem your lock. Greetings.
Ouch, that's going to definitely need to be dealt with. I suppose it's going to have to be a spinner leaf lurker, isn't it?
For throw.
I suppose.
For call.
Oh my goodness. It's going to have to spin that, surely. You can't let that much health gain go by.
By all cases, stay back.
La da da dee da. No, that's not right.
Great. He's got a chance to be Mr. back now.
Lead me into battle.
Just as well Card Shark's got a massive amount of health.
Gone luck.
He just needs... He just needs to hit with one and then bring back Mr. So they don't get Carl Gontied. That's a good no drain. That shear point needs removing quick sharpish, doesn't he? Difficult choices here, really. I'd like to think that he'd leaf lurker to get rid of that big dragon. He needs to do some damage to face just so that he can get Dagger Third back out. Good.
By the 8th, they will meet their mate.
Setting up nicely for Mr. Next round.
To me.
Your return.
That shear point's always a problem. They're probably going to get rid of Baron Sire, aren't they? Fingers family crossed for card sharks.
Look to the skies.
Oh, goodness me. Oh, no. Wow, and it gets guard as well. At least it can be cleared next round. I wonder if he's going to clear the health gain or not from that woodland lookout. I mean, he can't really afford them to gain much more health. Like a nice storm to get. Yes, I think so, yeah. Certainly an epic battle, isn't it?
It's not enough to watch your back these days.
They've done well with their guards, haven't they? Kind of looking at, I would reckon, a nice storm here.
Beware my power.
Okay, so maybe not. Is he going to go for silence? I wonder whether he's going to go for Mr. next and then maybe Ancano to finish. I mean, that would be 6 damage against that Dragon Guard, wouldn't it? Actually, he wouldn't need Ancano, he could just, if Lana survives, he could just... Oh well, I spoke to you soon.
They won't get the drop on me.
Okay, maybe he'll use Ancano to kind of get them fixated and then go for Mr. Next round. So he could Ancano and do the bat as well.
Read.
Okay, we're going to see our darling again.
Through fire and water.
Interesting.
This day is mine.
Very nicely done.
We are joining Guitarist on bass once again. It is confirmed this was his Unite deck, and as we saw, and as he stated, he is running a Unite deck, and he was in fact just missing Unite. Which stinks because, as we all saw, I believe you saw the last video, he had 3 of them in his hand at one point, and one of them's a premium. So yeah, that's a frustrating thing. It's a 3-attribute deck, I get that. But how many times have we seen people draw 2 and 3 copies of a card in the first 7 turns with 3-attribute decks? And you go, really, game? And then when you're like, all I want is 1. Just give me 1 copy of this card at 12 turns, 11 turns, and you don't get it. But that is the nature of RNG. RNG. I don't know why that happened. I do apologize. Mea culpa. What else did he say here? Okay. Yeah, he said his opponent may have been onto him, the Tribunal, and so was trying to close the game out. I mean, either way, it's a smart play. I think it's always smart to push the advantage when you have it. Doesn't mean it's fun. That's a little dangerous. Modfoe, the Forgotten Hero, is also running Halalu, so a bit of a mirror match here, though I'm doubting it's a mirror match, although it could very well be a mirror match, actually. He is running the Thievey Kitty, and he is running removal, things that steal attributes, which isn't a big deal, but shouts, okay, perhaps not, and he's breaking runes, so yeah, this is not does not seem to be a Unite mirror match, but it is a attribute mirror match, which I never really thought. I mean, unless there's really only one way to play a deck, which there isn't. I always found it interesting that mirror matches, they was considered a mirror match. I mean, I get it, it's the same colors, but those same colors can be more different. The decks can be more different than cards that are of a, well, I guess not. I mean, if you run these colors, you're more likely to have cards that overlap, obviously, then. But I mean, like, if you were to do this versus, say, Redoran, you've got a lot of overlap there in your strength and willpower, and the way you run the deck, or the theme that you're running with the deck, may be more similar than a mirror match with, you know what I'm saying. I think you know what I'm saying. If you don't, that's all I'm saying. Okay, so we haven't really seen any actions out of Modfoe. Just some shouts. Let them all out. Shadow marking. Baroque Rebirth, the douche. Agar is always good. Emulating Blast. Not great right now. Modfoe doesn't seem too keen. But Giggles, we do have Giggles, and she is going to trigger. He's going to heal for 4. Huzzah. Unless he trades... Well, I mean, the trade wouldn't do any good, because he's not going to be able to kill the 5-2. He is going to take that bit of damage. And yeah, he's just running into a bunch of really aggro decks. I mean, this fellow here... Okay, well, interesting. Twin Lamps... Oh, that's... Okay, yeah, no, it's not interesting. Okay, yeah, so this is just it's cool. We're seeing a shout deck with strength and willpower, which is something you don't often see. And the douche comes down to great. Oh, I thought he was going to target Heroic Rebirth, but he's really trying to protect his face, which I get. I think that's completely understandable. But I did think for a second there, if he didn't have to do that, if that was something he had to try, it's a heads-up play to say, hey, here's this really cool support for RNG, but I've got the support removal in my hand. The douche gets screwed. Giggles goes down. Poor Giggles. I mean, the good thing about her, opponents need to remove her, but most of them, even with Breakthrough, don't have enough. Yeah. Well, to be fair, so Guitarist is... I mean, yeah, he's got a ton of draw. Does he have intelligence? That didn't sound right, Guitarist. I didn't mean that. I meant the card. So he does not have... It's just funny to say. No, he doesn't have intelligence. There's intelligence. There we go. Plenty of intelligence. An embarrassment of riches. Unfortunately, with Haunted Manor, Grim Shield, and either of those two, it's all expensive. That's 12 to play all of them right now. But he doesn't have Unite. He does not have Unite. This is the second game that we have seen an absence of Unite, and
By your
Nicely
orders,
done.
of course.
so Guitarist, unfortunately, is up against
enough to watch your back these
There are
days.
limits to
some
good
hardcore
manners.
aggro, and Razzle-Madazzle gets nuked. Haunted Mana gets nuked, which means Unite is more than likely going to be the next card that Guitarist draws, so that will also get nuked. Not that he could use it even if he got it. Okay, no, he loses Skooma. And unfortunately, I mean, Immolating Blasts might. I mean, that's really his only out. He needs it to pretty much... he had some good runs yesterday, apparently, that I missed out on. It does kind of save him. No, not really, because he can't kill the 5/5. Unfortunately, he is. No, yes, he can. He can use magic. Yeah. I forgot he had the magic lions, and he is going to survive another turn. And he has blue on the board now. So actually, if he could get Unite, this is it, because he could play Grim Shield, Haunted Manor. Never mind. The 5/1 goes down. Blue is off the table, and so is the win next turn. If he top deck Unite, it will be a cruel fate, because without that sheer point, he would have been so close. That said, it is a dragon deck, or a shout deck. You would expect to see some dragons. There are going to be some dragons in your shout deck, and Guitarist reads the fates.
This episode sponsored by Igrod Ravencrone, brought to you by Lollygagging Sweet Roll. Igrod is a 5-cost scout, unique legendary, that upon summoning, your opponent secretly chooses one of your creatures. At the end of your turn, if that creature is destroyed, give a friendly creature +4/+4. Lollygagging Sweet Roll did follow this up with a note. Not sure if Scout is the right color, and maybe her stat should be worse and summon a recruit. Edit. The summon should be your opponent secretly chooses another of your creatures. The operative word there being another versus one. Now, to be 100% sure, I'm not entirely sure. To be 100% truthful, I'm not entirely sure what that adjustment does, other than perhaps indicate that Idgrod could not be the one chosen for the effect. Because it says it would now say your opponent secretly chooses another of your creatures. So I'm guessing it means once you play Idgrod, your opponent has to choose another player that's on the board, which means there has to be another creature on the board as well. I mean, otherwise I'm sure nothing happens. I'm not entirely sure why that edit, because I think actually being able to choose Idgrod wouldn't be a bad idea, because chances are a 5-cost 3/6 comes down. That might be the one that they want to remove. However, I will say this, and it says her stats should be worse. I think the stats are okay, because essentially to me, as best as I can tell in my slightly befuddled mind right now, is that this is a upgraded version of a with a 3/3. No, the 3/3 in endurance, that when you kill her, she gives a random creature 3/3. Because essentially for your, but it's actually better for your opponent, because your opponent gets to choose where that 4/4 goes. No, I'm sorry. No, the opponent doesn't get to choose that. They choose who dies. The fact that the opponent gets to choose which card gets killed, I think, doesn't really require any nerfing for Idgrod, because your opponent can now essentially plan around that. They can decide, okay, do I want to kill a creature, this creature this turn, knowing that another creature on the board is going to get a +4/+4. And maybe that's why he said it has to be another creature, because if they killed Idgrod, and she's the only one that's on the board, then she doesn't get the stats. Whereas if at least she gets played, then, well, no, I'm not sure, because then the effect just wouldn't apply to anything, I guess. I think it needs to be able to be applied to her, because here's the thing. Like I said, the opponent can choose whether they destroy that creature or not. And if there's multiple creatures, and it's you, and you're trying to get that +4/+4, you don't know which one they chose, so you can't squish it like you can the Haunting Spirit. That's what it is. You can't choose, like the Haunting Spirit, you can choose to squish her and see where that effect goes. Here, you don't know, unless you really only have one card on the board. And so, your opponent, really, but they've got all the control. They can say, okay, I know this is the one that, if I kill it, it's going to give +4/+4 to some other creature. And... I think that's why he said another, because he was thinking maybe her stats, maybe she should summon a recruit so that there's at least one other creature on the board. So yes, I think that's saying you cannot target Idgrod with this removal, this effect, which is fine. But yeah, I think she's statted just fine, because, like I said, your opponent can make that choice when they're going to remove the card that they've marked for death, knowing that it's going to put that effect on something else, and they can wait till they have a silence or a hard removal awaiting them and deal with it that way. So yeah, but I mean, I think it's interesting. Like I said, it's kind of a really beefy haunting spirit. I mean, I don't want to trivialize it certainly, but I think that's kind of the effect that you get. As in terms of whether Scout is the right color combo, I mean, it is. Endurance is the only other. Endurance is the class of the only other card I know that has a similar effect to this, so I think it actually may work. I think, granted, I don't. This wouldn't be the final artwork, but as the artwork stands now, it matches the color scheme nicely. I know that's never a consideration. I doubt it's a consideration when people are devs are designing cards, but I think it's okay. And I think 3/6 in Scout, that's not. Those aren't bad stats. Maybe a little bit smaller, but again, the fact that your opponent has to choose another one, meaning Idgrod cannot be the card that if it dies, it gives +4/+4, which is interesting. I'm trying to think in my mind why that would be the case, why that exception would be made. Other than that she's the one working the magic, she's the one doing the thing, so if she's not there, then it can't happen. But it says upon summon, it doesn't say that. But if she dies, it doesn't happen. That doesn't seem to be a condition. And it does say give a creature +4/+4. So unlike the Haunting Spirit, you actually get to choose where that buff goes. So yeah, it might actually be overpowered a little bit, because the random factor is really what makes the Haunting Spirit. It kind of nerfs it a little bit. Otherwise, it's essentially 6/6 stats for 3, which is crazy value. So you have that randomness in there. The fact that you don't know which one is going to give you that buff does mitigate it a little bit. But the fact that it's +4/+4, so 7/10 stats going onto the board for 5. Yeah, maybe a 6 cost, 3/6, maybe. But yeah, a really interesting card. I have no idea who Idgrod is, but knowing Lollygag and Sweet Roll, I'm guessing that is actually a lore-friendly character. And if I had a little more time this morning, I would look that up to be sure. Actually, you know what? Screw that. I'm going to go ahead and do it. I'm not going to do you guys a disservice just because my schedule is a little hectic. Let's look up Idgrod Ravencrone. Why did that go to Yahoo search? I don't want Yahoo search. That doesn't. Well, it'll work. Is an Elder Nord? Oh, that's a Nord, really? Okay. I mean, I see Ravencrone, and I think the Ravencrones of Jalmark. Wait. Well, so it's HJAALMARCH. Okay, March. I misread that. Okay. I was like, Hallmark? Really? It looks to either be Jalmarch or Hjalmarch. I think the J's come to Y like Jaeger. So I think it's Yalmarch. Yalmarch, that's probably it. Yalmarch. Y'all march, and y'all jump, and y'all do cool things. Headquartered in Morthal, she sides with the Empire in the Civil War of Skyrim. Okay, so it is from Skyrim. She purports to be a seer of psychic visions and dreams. Okay. Well, that's a quick breakdown. So yes, she is in the game, and lore-friendly as I expected from Lollygag and Sweet Roll. So really cool, a nice, unique legendary, obviously. Yeah, it does say she's an Nord. I'd have to look at her history. Feel free to research that. I don't want to give you too much information, but that's the gist. So a Jarl of Yalmarch. Gotta love that. Anywho, yeah, so interesting card there. I think it has a lot of potential. I do think for kind of shaking it out in my brain anyway, I think it probably should be at least a 6 cost. 3/6 stats aren't the worst. I mean, that's Hive Defender, and Hive Defender costs 4, and this doesn't even have guard, so I think it's not too bad, but the +4/+4 probably necessitates it going up to a 6 because you can't choose where that goes. But it's an interesting dynamic because it does give your opponent some control and it gives you some control. There's no RNG involved. Your opponent's selecting what card needs to be destroyed. You're selecting which card gets the buff. I like the fact that's a little more to me. That's more of a chess game. That's more of a mental game. Same thing with the 5/3. He's got a weird name. The 5/3 guard that when he's killed, like he marks somebody for death if he dies. And unless you're, what a lot of players are doing now that I'm seeing in these last gasp decks, they're triggering their own last gasp, so they determine when it happens, so they can't be silenced, and so they get that effect. So like Indoral Mastermind and Archmage, the guy who's been the face of TESL for a while, him and that 5/3 are actually being prematurely triggered by players to get their effect. But that's kind of a mind game. If you just leave him on the board, it kind of screws with your opponent. Your opponent's going, okay, well, obviously he's going to want to get rid of my Belly G in the other lane. So I mean, sometimes you can't do anything about it. You're just like, I'm going to lose. I know which creature they targeted unless they're kind of silly. I know which creature it is, so I just know that I have to lose them. But sometimes you don't know. Okay, well, comparable stats. This one can kill it in one turn. It can kill it on its own. So it probably is not targeting that one because that's the one he's going to attack with. So obviously you've been there. It's a mind game, and this is kind of a mind game as well. And I kind of, it was a little bit dismissive to say your opponent can choose to silence, can do it when they can silence, because sometimes you don't have silence, and sometimes you don't have removal. So you really gotta try to go, okay, what creature can I allow to live until I can draw an answer? Or do I have an answer to the 4/4? Do I have a Territorial Viper in my hand? And hopefully the only creature that he has on the board is in the field lane, so I know that's a safe trade for me to make right now. But I think it just adds some strategic mind games to it, which is nerve-wracking, can be nerve-wracking, but at least both players are in control of it. It may be a little bit of a guessing game, but you're really going, okay, you know. I mean, it comes down to what the better value situation is, and did my opponent see that? And if they did they realize that, and they're going to choose the inverse of it just so that I choose the value trade and it doesn't go in my favor. So, great card for that. I like any card that creates more strategy and more mind shenanigans between players versus going, okay, game, what do you want to have happen? So, anyway, thank you for this lollygagging sweet roll. Idgrod Ravencrone, everyone. A round of applause, and on to the games.
All right, so we are joining Guitarist on Bass, again, the Centurion. I had visited some other folks to see what's going on, but they unfortunately were on the cusp of defeat and were not able to pull it out. So with only 1 or 2 tunes left, I thought it'd be a cruel fate to show these very brief games of people losing. I like to come in when the person we're watching, hey, there's Unite the House, we got one, and the douche coming down at a very fortuitous time. Things might be looking up for Guitarist on Bass at the moment. I mean, he has purple. He just needs blue. He needs blue. That's all he needs is blue. Yep. Looking for intelligence again, Guitarist. Where's your intelligence? Never gets old.
I do not fear death.
Also, though, admittedly needs some magicka. Actually, no. He can play both United and Necromancer's Amulet on this turn. Still has plenty of time, as the board state is now, to find that blue and to get down like a bloodline. Although we might see the bloodline come down.
You can't defeat me.
Let's see, is there a way to trigger his effect when a creature dies? I'm trying to think if there was a way he could sacrifice a creature or something to trigger that, so he could drain for 7. Ooh, that's not cool. I believe we'll see an arrest here.
So much for a clean escape.
Just to nuke that 2/2 kitty, who continues to give Saruman 70, Hero of the People, extra magicka. Okay, healing potion. Not going to help you against Unite, buddy. I think this is a matchup that definitely is favoring Guitarist. I mean, completely obviously a Pilfer deck is going to be aggressive. So, on the face of it, you'd think he would be up against it, but Saruman playing cards like what is this, the Potion of Health or whatever it is, is taking the foot off, and Lydia as well. Now, I will say, I do think playing cards like a Hive Defender or Lydia with Pilfer can be helpful, just because sometimes you need to protect those little guys. But it also does mean you take your foot off the gas, and right now Saruman's only path to victory is pushing. I don't know if he knows what he's up against.
So much for a clean escape.
Now he is getting those pilfers in. And really, we're gonna say blue, because I feel bad. I know what I mean, and you all know what I mean. That's not gonna help you. I really want Guitarist to win this now, just because I think it would be cool.
A find like this belongs
What
in a
did you
museum.
find? Fresh start, not a bad thingy bloop. There he goes. Yoink, takes Lydia. Does not maintain guard, unfortunately. And it does not have enough magicka to I was gonna, if he could ping the douche. But he might use a shadow shift.
A
No,
find
okay.
like
If he
this
could.
belongs in a museum.
Yes! There he goes! He's got it! Oh, please, not, okay, no, he can't. I was gonna say he can't play Ultimate Heist. And Saruman 70, you, my friend, despite the 48 health, are going to see a Unite. Well, if he does run Ring of Namira, he's not going to draw it, because that's just how that goes. Well, at least for the friends of this channel.
It has been my
Nice. Boom. Campbell gets a shot in, and Unite drops. Beautiful. Great to see it. Guitarist.
So another Dwem Crab match. My attempt to make 4 now. That's probably too much of a good thing. Can you go away and come back later, please? Probably Ebb and Slay. It's probably going to be much harder for me to win against this, because they're going to have the usual lethal pings, aren't they? But we shall see. I might get lucky, mightn't I?
Bright moons light
Oh
your
dear.
Hail, friend.
Crab, merchant. Read my lips. Mouth.
If I take the breakthrough, I need the reach, really. This is a bit worrying, isn't it? I'm getting horse and hammer this early. Oh no, I've got nothing to put there. Well, I'm going to have to sacrifice an orc, aren't I? I can't have that carrying on. Well, the last few they've probably got a ping already, haven't they?
We stand you.
Not do you want to bet they've got an archer's gambit? They're bound to, aren't they? I mean, they've got a handful of cards. They're bound to have one. Here we go. Oh, what a surprise! Yippee, not. Okay, let's hope they don't use that expunge on that. Hopefully they'll keep it for something more valuable. Good, let's try and force a trade there. See whether or not they want to... I'm not going to put the orc out. Well, no, I don't think I will. They might have another gambit. Let's see if they trade there with the expunge. I'm kind of hoping they'll keep the expunge for something more powerful that they want to protect. Oh no, it's the poop stone, isn't it? I can't remember. I don't think I've got... I might have an archer guard in here, but I don't have much. Okay, let's put him out there.
We stand you.
I'll try and bait them. Hope there's no snake. And I can hopefully hold salties next round.
Try to
Oh, yippee. Okay, Verminous Fabricant, I need you right now. Except I don't have enough to put on the board to activate it. No, I think maybe I just hold salties and sacrifice him if... Let's have a think. And I can always Verminous Fabricant next round if need be. Definitely going to keep the removal. They're bound to have something nasty like a Dark Seducer, aren't they? Really wish I could get rid of that annoying support, but never mind. I'll keep hold of that Spirit Knife in case a guard appears late game. Okay, that's got to be silenced for sure. I'm not having that git survive any longer than need be. Hooray! Let's think. I'm just going to keep hitting face because I want to pressure them, really. We're a few rounds away from rage. I've got Spirit Knife there if I get into trouble. I can reset the board at the moment with the old salties if need be. Oh, thank you.
Close ranks. Let nothing through.
They're going to have to kill the crab, aren't they, really? Otherwise they're facing quite a lot of health. Going down there, aren't they?
You must be cleansed.
Oh dear. Well, that's at least that's not on the support then, is it? That's good. Right. Okay, I think I need to...
Did I stutter or something?
Yeah, I think I'm going to keep the Spirit Knife. I think I'll just hold him. Yeah, I kind of need more... No, let's have a think. Do I put that down? But then again, they could silence him. Maybe I just go with the Dwarven Spear. And then I can... hopefully they think I don't have the halls, because normally it'd be out by now, wouldn't it? Let's see what happens next. Luckily they can't rage for another turn.
Be gone or forfeit your life.
Okay. Oh. That's fine. Could be looking at a rage here, so let's have a think. Well, I've got 2 Dwemer there. I probably could just go for the value. I'll get quite a lot of value. I can then put the Steam Constructor into the lane. That would eliminate the risk of rage. They're going to have to trade there, aren't they?
Did I stutter or something?
Actually, no, I need to Steam Constructor first. And then I've got a Spirit Knife there for any guard they put down, haven't I? Oh, that was lucky. That would have been nasty.
Feel the power within you.
I think I'll hover over a few of their cards and make it look like I'm concerned about them. Just to bluff.
May the fates smile on Khajiit.
Yeah, I'll pretend to be concerned about her. Pretend that I'm trying to work out how to get past the wards.
My fight is
Oh,
done.
good.
This one thanks.
Nice.
Rejoining Inu, the Dovahkiin, with his Redoran. Singleton Redoran, I believe. If I'm... No, never mind. This is not Singleton Redoran. That was a challenge that I put down, I believe. Singleton Unite the Houses. But this is clearly not Singleton. This is Redoran Dragons. Yes, happy to see it, Guitarist. Happy to see a good win with the Unite. It's always a fun animation to see. It can be frustrating for the opponent, certainly, especially when, because I've been there. You're like, I can't lose this game. It's just a matter of time. What's even worse, though, is when you're closing and you don't realize, like, there's a lot of times where I'm just not really paying attention. I'm focused on what my mission is. Oh, yeah. So, yeah, apparently, Guitarist had a bunch of really great games yesterday with Unite. I wasn't around to watch it. I normally would have been, but Monday has become my gaming roll to one night. So I'll actually put a link down there just as a shout out to that channel. Great group of fellas. They just got a new place, and we record tabletop games, like essentially a la D&D. I don't think it's officially D&D, but it's in that vein. But that's a every Monday night thing. All right, so we got some dragon on dragon conflict going on here with Rook and Bogard. I mean that. Oh, geez, and Yukinu already forced to overdraw. Says goodbye to the Firestorm.
I know.
Firestorm? Wildfire. Gosh darn it. It's early. It's weird. My energy is higher in the morning, typically, once I get going. But sometimes my mind is not quite has not caught up with my energy level. And I don't know what we missed, but apparently, the word wall, I think we did see a word wall come down, and of course it had to be on that. So that, yes, the totally fine, not a problem here at all, devs, the fact that you can, with pretty decent regularity, play 12 cost cards on turn 8 with Call Dragon, not a problem at all. Alduin, great card to see. Cannot be used at the moment. So I think he's deciding whether or not he wants to Edict. Barrowstalker, good pull there. It's going to get Yukinu back up on health, possibly.
I smell the stench of
And
the
he decides to
living.
let the Edict stand. Or hold on to the Edict.
I will devour your soul, mortal.
Millimir going to make a favorable trade for Yukinu. The douche is going to finish that off, and Edict is going to finish off Parthenax. Never mind, does not need to deploy his douche for that. And if that can discount Alduin. But right now, Rjik Bogard is, I'm just going to call him Bogard because RGK, that's just an unfortunate combination to make other people say. It's we use vowels to make words make sense a little bit more. I think in Skyrim there are definitely some words that could use some vowels or don't need vowels, but you see a lot of consonants strung together, but it's usually like a Y, a Jarl, like H, J, something, and it's like, okay, well that all those letters just mean Y.
It's not enough
Y
to
sound.
watch us
I
like
can
these
take
days.
a hit bait
Does
with me.
does Bogard have another dragon? Does not look like he does, but he does have a way to get rid of Yukinu's Drain. So we might see the douche come down here. Trades well with the Lookout and can ping. Nope, he is not taking any chances of the Lookout surviving. And he's just going to...
Devour your soul.
Well, I don't know if he's going to devour his opponent's soul, but he's definitely going to devour Bogard's cards. And has enough to easily survive. Millimir gives, Millimir taketh away.
Your storm is no match for mine.
Alduin's still not quite cheap enough. Oof. And does not want to take 12 to the face. Oh boy. I mean, the douche. And just has to hope the douche sticks. That's really... I mean, you could do that plus blades, plus ancient. Because I think Alduin triggers lookouts before he destroys the board. I'm pretty sure he triggers the lookouts. So Yukinu would get Inu. Sorry, Inu. I've been saying Yukinu the whole time. He's just Inu, folks. Just Inu. Okay. Also a good play. Guarantees, for the most part, that he is not going to be destroyed. Because unlike Redoran, Guildsworn does not have not regurgitate, revitalize, or return. Oh, unstoppable rogues! Did not see that coming, and I don't think Inu did either. And that really puts him in a dangerous spot because we know Guildsworn does have the charge, and we've actually seen games lost recently with that. Not today, I don't believe, but in recent times. Does get the Edict a turn late. I mean, that rage... boy. I'm sorry, Inu. This is, as I said many times, and I will continue to say, I don't want to beat a dead horse. I don't want to sound like a broken record. But both dead horses and broken records are not fun. But, as I've said, there are just games that you are not allowed to win. And Bogard, despite having almost no cards in hand, is able to play the best cards. I mean, Inu still cannot play Alduin. Alduin is still too big. I think Devour is at 4 cost or less. Yeah, so Devour can help, and the douche, but I would not be surprised if Bogard draws a charge or a douche, just exactly what he needs to finish this game off. Inu is definitely up against the RNG. It is decidedly against him. It has chosen its champion, and it is Bogard. Perhaps RNG favors a lack of vowels. It does! It does, because RNG itself lacks vowels. RNG, it's all consonants. So it's RGK, and it's like, oh, RGK is my butt. I'm RNG. I like RGK and RGB and things of that nature. Oh, not an answer. Not an answer. Interesting. Alduin's still too doggone expensive, but Odaving is not. And with that, I'm trying to think. I mean, he can. Unfortunately, Reanimate doesn't do what Solitaire does. As you say, he can try to bring back his Redoran Forerunner to start building up some health. Although he could reanimate, it's expensive, but he could reanimate his. What's your face? I smell the stench of the living. Barrowstalker.
Preparations have been made.
Oh, do not want to play Alduin on that, but you also don't want to leave a creature on the board if you can help it. So Parthenax hopefully will give him some Fire Breath should do it. Dragon Aspect would be great. No. I think Dragon Aspect you would die. Because it does damage to your face before you heal. No, never mind. It does it the other way around. That would be really dumb. He might have to hit with... He's got 13, 14, 18, 19, 20, 21. No, he has lethal next turn. This is it. And the Charge Dragon doesn't get him there. If that's a Call Dragon... I don't think it's a Call Dragon. I think Bogard would have played it if it was. Right now he's trying to determine what he can get rid of, what he can... Because he can't unsummon a lane, and a bunch of those guys aren't going to help the little ghosty guys. Summon Guard heroes are not going to really help him too much. Unrelenting Force. That's a card of any size. Really? I thought he would have removed... Cause, oh, no, wait. Yeah, I thought the first one was any card under a certain size.
The error was
Yep, he should have got rid of Odaving or Parthenax. I think he could have.
It has
Well
been
done,
my honor.
Inu, though. What a way to rally.
Guide me.
Boom, shakalaka. Inu with the definitive win.
Okay, so we're going to watch A. Ross. This is his new account, which he says is going to replace the other ones he's had. I think he's looking to simplify.
You can trust me.
So I think the other account was aross.npo, and there was a That Profit Mattered, and now he's going to be mainly playing on this one. I think solely playing on this one from what he said. So I'm expecting bewildering speed here, perhaps with either the Awakened Dreamer or another traitor. This is looking a deliciously aggressive deck already, though.
Waking and sleeping. Speak, citizen.
Okay. Not seen Rising High play for ages. Looks like a standard guild swan though. I think he's probably going to go a Wardcraft jobby, isn't he? That way,
Watch yourself now.
the drain, if they want to trade, they can't get any health gain from it. Okay, going for the health gain, but that's a very timely lightning bolt, isn't it? So while Andy's up against a very good player, this is looking like it's going to be quite a quick match. Maybe Rising High's got a bad hand.
Gods, to me.
I think they're going to have to address Baron Zaya. She's probably been put there as bait, to be fair.
There's a plan. There's always a plan.
Okay, so that's probably going to get Harpied down, isn't it? I kind of expect Harpy and then the Thief. Bit risky, I think, to do the Gambler.
My thoughts are quicker than your eyes.
I'm wondering if this is one of those support health gain jobbies and they just haven't managed to get started. That's probably why they've not really had much for board presence. They've probably got lots of supports in their hand. Just a guess.
Preparations have been made.
We must protect our stronghold.
That's not really going to save them, I don't think. Perfect timing for that Khajiit. And a very nice premium Khajiit too.
You fight well.
Nice comfy win.
And we will close out this video, at least my portion of it. I think we'll probably, well, yeah, and we're gonna go ahead and close out today with Amarillo Designs. We don't get to see him very often. I will give him a how do you do, good morning, as he has greeted me. Great to see him. Hopefully we can watch him rally, come back from. Yes, there we go. That's what we needed. We needed that prophecy. He's up against Zed Dublix Babu. Oh, come on, guys! What in the world? I can't.
Together, we will make
Oh no. Okay, so apparently I am not great for. Oh, that's great. That's a great card for that Shadow lane. And Clockwork Dragon in the field lane. Oh no, okay, he's gonna do that, and Leaf Lurker. I think. I mean, he's got a way to stabilize. The problem is, yeah, he's just got to hope that it's going to be close. He's got the Queen and he's got Clockwork Dragon to bring himself back. He just has to hope that the Mages Guild Evoker
Old Marys.
does not. I was gonna say does not play because that's gonna force Clockwork into the shadow. Oh no, actually, either way, because so if he can play Clockwork and Queen Baronzaya. So Queen to guard. Okay, there we go. But I wonder. I'm wondering though if Queen might have been better in the other. Oh no. Okay, never mind. No wait. Yeah, I'm not questioning. It's because of Monk Strike. That was a great call. Amarillo, fantastic. I mean, I didn't doubt it, but I'm working through it in my head as well. Obviously, he saw Monk Strike come down, so he's guarding up that entire lane, knowing that at this moment, unless he can Shadow Shift, which he may be able to do, or maybe he's looking for those cards, he would have to attack this lane. And this is really a make or break it, I think, for the Mages Guild Evoker, because if he cannot take care of the Queen...
My friend would like to say hello.
Interesting combo to use. I don't really see that too often in... this isn't Guild Swarm. What is this? A Dominion.
To make a purchase.
Okay, does get a little bit of value from Fleeting Apparition, and then brings down a guy that does not synergize with that. But yeah, I think double... I think the Evoker sees a problem here. Obviously, the game is not over for him because the Queen does survive right now, and she can't hit face without having to break a rune. So things aren't looking great for Mages Guild Evoker. They're starting to turn for Amarillo, but boy howdy, he is going to take down, guessing the other guard. Yeah. By other guard, I meant the other guard that he can take down without having to lose the 8-1. So he's going to force Amarillo to... It's a guard. Decides that got not good enough, and I think it's rewarded. Thieves Guild is a great pickup. As is Laneth. Yeah. So this is where this is one of those times where Drain hurts you, as the Evoker is finding out. Because when you start going that high, your opponent can drain with impunity. Amarillo choosing to keep his opponent within reach. I think he's looking at his board going, you know what, we are probably going to be able to close this out in the next turn or two. So he's trying to push that damage. The tendency, some folks, I myself included, have like a turtle tendency, where if I've been low on health, I don't realize, it doesn't register that now I'm not necessarily low on health, and that I may kind of have my opponent on the back foot. And well, all the finish offs, all the things, very fortunate for Amarillo, and probably by design, by intention, that he did not trade with either of his drain. But yeah, I think this game is going Amarillo's way. He's going to be able to pull whatever card he wants with Lynette and put a big 9/9 6/6 body. If you're looking at it from Evoker's point of view, it's a 9/9. I stand by that. I also think it's funny, as I was talking about how RNG was aligned against our companion guitarist. Oh no, Inu. That Inu still managed to pull out a win, and there is the dagger to finish this game off. And yeah, Amarillo Designs is going to make a heck of a comeback. Stabilize, the Queen really being the difference maker, and the Evoker just not able to close it out. Well done, Amarillo. And as we go through the final plays, just want to thank you all for watching. I am going to have to just jump off of here really quick. Huge thank you again to Brave Caryod for... Okay, an adjusted version of Flea Market Dragons. Gotcha. So it's just discounting. And Amarillo, we need to... I know we need to coordinate. He's offered to help me on Discord and do some botting and stuff like that, which is going to be great. The problem is, I don't know how to give him permissions to do all those kinds of things. So we're supposed to sit down and do it. Every time I'm on, it really is just to get a recording or to get a card, for the sponsor. So I do apologize, Amarillo. We will figure this out, but I just right now, yeah, I've got to go right after this because I need to get this edited before work today, and we've got a full day of work, so it's just going to be crazy. I'm waiting for the weekend where I stabilize, and if I don't get, food poisoning or sick or something this weekend, hopefully this will be it.
I come bearing gifts.
So Evoker just playing the cards out, playing his hand out, doing his best to put himself in a good position. He is not dead on board. He doesn't know what Amarillo pulled, but he will find out momentarily.
Apologies.
I mean, in theory, he could have poked with... But no, yeah, that's even better. I mean, come on, you can't resist Dagoth there. Come on. So well done, Amarillo Designs. That was a fantastic finish to a very good pivot and recovery on a very dire game. Thank you all so much for watching, and until next time, keep playing.